It's time for Whirlpool presents ESPN Cricket for T20 Timeout, powered by Dell. Deep Dasgupta and Tom Moody are all set to join me as we look ahead to the game between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Capitals. Right, gentlemen, you know the drill. First of 5 statements coming your way. Statement number 1, Delhi should play the in-form Akshar Patel ahead of R. Ashwin. Deep?
Well, I understand where you're coming from, Akshar, with his, he still is the most economic bowler so far in this IPL. But if you're looking at Ashwin, our judgment shouldn't be based on Sharjah games, especially for the bowlers. Sharjah is a nightmare for the bowlers. So if you look at Ashwin in his first game that he played and he was injured, he picked up 2 wickets in the first over. So, it's a difficult call. Both of them are equally good. But based on one game, that too at Sharjah, I think that'll be very, very unfair on the bowler.
I guess it's who your 2 best spinners are, Tom. There's Ashwin, there's Akshar, there's Amit Mishra. Who fits you?
Yeah, look, I would be personally sticking with Ashwin. I look at it purely on the 4 overs that are on offer. Who's the bowler that's more likely going to take wickets? I'm not worried about the economy so much. I'm more concerned about it in the middle of the innings, which bowler's most likely going to be able to take wickets. And to me, R. Ashwin has proven that over time and is an absolute asset to any side when he's fit.
All right, let's go to our next statement, and that is that Virat Kohli should take on Delhi's spin threat. As we look at his numbers against Mishra and Ashwin, and Tommy comes off runs from the last game.
Yeah, look, I personally feel Virat Kohli should just bat the way Virat Kohli bats. I don't think he needs to go out there with a set plan to take on Delhi Capital's spin threat. I think he will assess the conditions, he'll assess the match situation and play accordingly. If he sees an opportunity when he can put any of the spinners or all the spinners under pressure, he will do like he would do in any other situation. I think that the confidence that RCB are starting to build now, I think they just need to harness that and make sure that they keep a level head with their approach.
Deep?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with Tom. Listen, Virat plays like Virat plays. There'll be very few people who can build an innings better than Virat. And if he thinks he needs to take on the spin, he will. He needs to take on any bowler, he will. And he has that. He's done that before. So, he does he will do what he does.
Virat does what Virat does. Statement number 3 coming up. Delhi should persist with Harshal Patel ahead of Ishant Sharma. Deep?
I thought he bowled beautifully on that flat Sharjah pitch. 2 for 34. I think that's a very, very good spell from him. So, again, someone like Ishant, he hasn't done anything wrong, to be fair, whatever opportunity he's got. But I think Harshal bowled beautifully on that flat pitch, and why not?
Tom?
Yeah, look, I feel it's down to Ishant's role if he does come back into the side. If he comes back into the side, he's got to take the new ball. That's where he is at his best and I suppose the biggest threat. But with the structure of Delhi Capital's 11, it's looking like they prefer to go with the 2 overseas pace bowlers as the new ball bowlers, or possibly using a spinner in those first few overs. So therefore, Harshal Patel becomes more valuable as a middle innings bowler because of his variations.
All right, fair enough. Let's go to our next statement. Washington Sundar should bowl in the power play for Bangalore. Tom?
Yeah, look, again, that's when he's at his best. There's no doubt that his performance in the power play overs has been outstanding, and that's where he really invented himself. And we first came across Washington Sundar was with the new ball and being effective in those first 6 overs. Again, it may be pitch dependent. It may also be opposition dependent. There may not be the right matchups for him in this game, but I think more often than not, you want to be giving the new ball to him.
We're going to have a few left-handers in that top 5, Deep. Washington Sundar, new ball for you?
Yeah, new ball, especially with Shikhar Dhawan and Shikhar Dhawan's, challenges against an off-spinner. That's well documented. So yes, but having said that, Navdeep Saini has to bowl with a new ball as well. He's quick, he's fast, he's the ability to pick wickets with a new ball. You don't want to compromise with that either. So yes, definitely he should bowl Washington Sundar, but also have to make sure that Navdeep also gets a over in or a couple of overs in with the new ball.
All right. And our final statement is that Delhi should look to replace the underutilized Shimron Hetmeyer. Deep?
I mean, 3 games, he hasn't really had a fair chance, to be honest, Shimron Hetmeyer. So, yeah, I mean, yes, you have options in Alex Carey and, so there are options. I understand that and good options at that. But I don't think he's really had a good opportunity to show off his skills as yet. So maybe it'll be a little too early to kind of replace him.
That's the thing, Tom. The Indian batting contingent is in such good form. Hetmeyer is not getting much of a hit with Stoinis as well. So is there a case to bring in either Kimo Paul or even Lamichhane and then play around with the combination of your bowlers?
Yeah, look, I think it really depends on what Delhi Capitals feel their best 11 looks like going forward into the tournament. And if it is playing that extra batsman, well, I'd just persevere with him because it's not like he's done anything wrong. He just hasn't had the opportunity to do anything right. But if you did want to make a change, to me, the obvious change would be either Daniel Sams, the left-hand all-rounder, or Kimo Paul from the West Indies. Both are bowling all-rounders that are more than comfortable batting at 5 or 6, and it'll just give them a little bit more flexibility in the field.
All right. Now, Tom Moody, Deep Dasgupta, thank you very much. This was our preview to the game between Bangalore and Delhi on Whirlpool Presents ESPN Cricket 40 T20 Timeout, powered by Dell.